uh, Alright, okay. It starts a bright night and welcome to my stream today. Alright. It has been, let's see, how long ago? How long ago was my last English free talk again? I'm sorry, let me check. I know I always want to check whenever the last English live stream I did was. Let's see. A moment, please. Alright, the last time I did a full Ian live stream was on April 30th, which is almost a month ago. It has almost been a month since the last time I did a full English stream, I guess. So yeah, maybe that's a good thing why I'm doing this right now. Yeah, considering that it has been quite a long time. Oh, although it has been I don't know. It has been a long time since I did a free talk, and I barely picked a topic to talk about in my free talk. You know, because it's a free talk. I mean, I can talk about whatever I want, but it's wait, what's the word again? It's more recommended to have like at least one topic to talk about, so that you don't get lost when you are having a free talk and you have something to talk about. And that is and that is why we're leading to my topic today. Okay, so you're probably seen on the title of the video my thoughts on school and education system. Yeah, I don't know why I want to talk about it. It just crossed my mind, It just crossed my mind that I just wanna talk about Thai school and education system in Thailand. The reason why I'm not doing this in Thai because people tend to be dramatic over just a little thing. I know some things that I said, even though it might be just a little bit of a problem, it might just be just a controversial thought. People tend to make it big, and suddenly I'm getting canceled on X or something like that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because I know damn well that I wouldn't even be in the point where I would get canceled on X or any other platform, because I'm not that famous, aren't I? Yeah. Alright. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh, okay. Greetings, new. Welcome to my stream today. Yeah. Although it's pretty much understandable why I'm. This is off topic, not what I want to talk about today. it's understandable why people would barely watch my Ian stream, and the reason why I do it like once or twice a month because nobody gets what I'm saying, you know. I just want the reason why I do a full Ian stream is because I wanted to, how do you say that? I want people to know that I can communicate in English, just in case someday when I'm more famous than today, maybe there is a VTuber from like different countries or they speak different languages and like they want to collab or do something with me. So that they would know that okay, I am capable of speaking English, understanding them. Greetings, okay. Greetings, Pooh. Welcome to my stream today. Yeah, I just want it's okay. In short term, I can just say that I just want to show off my English, but it's also a way to expand my connections, know other people, at least like people will know that I'm capable of speaking English in a good way. You know what I mean, right? Something like that. Okay. So we've been off topic for almost 10 minutes now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We've been off topic for almost 10 minutes, so let's get back to our topic. Yeah. So the reason why I want to talk about school and education system is not that deep. I mean, I just want. Okay, so back a few days ago on Saturday when I was making schedule for this week streams, I just thought I wanted to like AN stream. But I was thinking like if I wanted to do an Ian stream, I should get a topic because I can't just speak nonsense English all throughout like 1 or 2 hours. You know, it's gonna be boring. So I need to find a topic I can talk about so at least people know what I'm talking about. Something like that, I don't know. So yeah, I just thought lately since we are in May, right? And the school usually starts, of course it starts in May, so I think it's the perfect time to talk about school and education system. As a person who of course had been through the education system before, I mean technically everybody else on earth, the ones that have funds and all the great and the necessary necessities. What am I making with? That's better. Okay. Hello, what are you doing? Oh, welcome, Ban. Welcome to my stream today. What are you doing? I am talking about the reason why I wanna talk about school and education system today. Yeah. I mean, of course, almost everyone on Earth have been through school before, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that my viewers right there, you know, Nu, Pooh, and Bun are all in school, right? You guys are still in school, right? Like you guys haven't graduated. You're still in school, like middle school, high school, I don't know. But the point is, most of my viewers are still in school. And everyone else on earth have been through, at least they have been through school before. You know, I'm not talking about a person of people who like are very poor and they don't have enough funds or necessities or like anything else required just to go to school because they're poor. I'm not talking about them because today we are talking about the people and the system itself. So anyone who is not affected by the school or the education system gets nothing because I'm not talking about them. Yeah, Ghost is comeback. Yeah, that is also something. Yeah, okay. How should I say this? I got myself a topic to talk about school and education system, but I haven't arranged what I want to talk about first. So let's just get this. Okay. I'm gonna talk about myself first because I don't want to make it sound like I'm a narcissistic or I'm just want to like how should I say it? It's not saying that because I want to show off myself and things like that, but I'm talking from my perspective. Okay, so since I was young, since elementary school, I have always like stood out from other kids in class, mainly because I am more wait, how to say it, a little more intelligence than the average, you know. I mean, I have to say it first because my elementary school, the one I used to go like decades ago, was not very big and therefore had like small numbers of students. So it's not very that big of a scale to compare that, okay, one smart kid to like 30, 40 average kids. You cannot compare that because it's a small school. It's better to compare when you're in a big school, but my elementary school was quite small, and I was pretty much the only one who was like way exceptional, especially in English. I have always stood out in English, especially since elementary school. Uh, Many times since I was in elementary, people will always ask me like, "How are you so good at English?" And to be honest, I don't even know why I am like. I'm not saying that I am great at English and I am the best in class or in school. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm just better than the average. I'm not saying that I'm the best because there are people out there who has better English than me, of course. Something like that, but I just on the technical side maybe. Yeah. So even though I'm not saying that I only shine in English, but other subjects like math, science, you know, the basic subjects in elementary school, I can survive them all. I'm not saying that I get top grades in all subjects or something like that because I'm not that smart, you know, but I always get good grades, even though sometimes I don't even understand what the hell the teachers are talking about or what am I supposed to do with all this information. I still get top grades. I still don't understand. It kind of bores me because sometimes I just don't really understand, or I don't really know why. Like sometimes my brain just remembers information that I probably doesn't want to, but sometimes the information that I want to remember, I don't remember them. Sorry, I don't remember some information, but then I do. Some of the information I don't want to remember, I just always remember them. The information I wanted to remember because it is important for whatever reasons, I always forget about something like that. I okay, I'm not sure if I'm speaking way too fast or anything because at this point I don't think anyone would understand me at this point. Yeah, sorry, but I just want to like talk about it, you know. So as I said, I was considered an exceptional kid at my elementary school back then. So I have seen it's pretty normal and very typical that when a teacher has a exceptional kid or a kid who is really smart and always does great in school in class, their attention would shift from the other students in class just to the smart student. And that is exactly what happened to me during my time in elementary school. As I said, I am very great with my English and I always like get good grades in English and a little bit of other subject as well. So everyone at my elementary school always account me as like the smart kid, even though I don't even want to be called that because I mean it's tiresome to be a smart kid because you know what, when you're trying to do your own work, for example, your teacher gave you exercises or homework and you have to do it in class, you have to finish in time. People like your classmates that try to understand what is this about, but they don't, so they try to ask for help. It's okay to ask your classmate for help or to question them like, how do you do this thing, what's the answer, how you do that. It's okay. But when you're too smart or when you're the only above average student in your class, everyone's attention turns to you, and then apparently I don't even have time to do my own work, or like I don't even have time to do my own work, do my own exercise, and by the time that the class ends, whether you have to submit your exercise or homework, whatever, it's not done because I have been answering and helping other people. Turns out it's a cons of being too kind because I mean, I consider myself a very kind people. When someone asks for help, I always help them. And when I was really young, I was kind of stupid because usually most genius or kids who are quite smart, they usually don't show off themselves or go like, hey, I'm smart. You guys can ask the questions. Most of the time, geniuses don't. Maybe just some of them, but when I was a kid, I was like pretty open to helping other people with homework and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, you can ask a question. Turns out it's a waste. Oh, it's really a waste of my time. There is another thing that also bugs me and is a little bit annoying. Very cute. All right, that's very kind of you, Pun. All right, so back to my topic. So as I said, people, how my classmate in elementary school usually ask me for help with their English homework, exercise subject, whatever that is. But the other thing that bugs me is in art class. I'm not saying that I am very good at art or good at drawing because I mean you've seen my old model is very atrocious. It looks bad, you know. But when I was in elementary school, let's just say that my art skills are a little bit above average. I mean, at least I can draw 3D shapes without them looking weird, something like that. So people always ask me, hey, can you draw this for me? Please, can you draw this for me? Why are you being so why are you being so narrow-hearted? Why are you being so mean? I just want you to draw this for me. Girl, I have my own artwork to work on in art class. And why are you telling me to draw your picture? You can ask me for techniques, you can ask me for references, but why are you asking me to draw your picture? It's your work, you're supposed to do it yourself. I mean, many times I have always tried to be kind and helpful toward other people, but sometimes when it's way off limits and it's affecting my personal time, something like that is annoying. I'm not saying that I don't want to help people. I always wanted to help people when I could. But sometimes it's just too much. It's an art class. It's your artwork. The teacher tells you to draw this, draw that. You draw them yourself. The art class is your skill, not my skill being portrayed on your work. Because if that is, then I'm gonna take your work and I'm gonna submit it as mine and I'm gonna get double points. Or something like that. I don't know. I didn't even do that. But all the time when there was someone always asked me, can you draw this for me? I always decline. I like, no, I'm not drawing that for you. Draw yourself, something like that. And they always say like, why you're so mean? You're draw good. Why don't you draw for me? As I said before, it's your own work. You do it yourself, something like that. And that is enough about me. I'm complaining way too much. People are going to say, oh, why is the person with themselves? Okay, let's change the topic. As I said, I'm an exceptionally smart kid in elementary school, and the teachers always favored the smart students, the students who are great, who get good grades, and then the average student who needs attention from the teachers get no help at all, and then they don't know what they're supposed to do. Something like that. Alright, so how should I so yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I'm an above average student, so I don't really have a say in all these things about nobody was watching. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. I have no say in being feeling bad for students who get no attention from the teachers when they need help, when the teachers always favor the student with good grades and never cared about the student with bad grades. I don't have a say in that because I was not the one with bad grades. I was the one with good grades, something like that. I don't know why I'm complaining about this, but I just want to talk about it. It's something called unfairness, inequality, you know? Like we all came to school to learn. Of course, everyone has different learning speed and learning capabilities. It's not like everyone can just read one page from a book and that everyone would understand what that page is talking about in like the same time. It's not like you can read it once and then everyone will understand what is going on. Like someone can read that page just once and they understand what they're talking about, but someone may took 2, 3, 4 to 10 tries to read that page to understand what they're talking about. My point is, everyone has different learning speed and learning capabilities, and the fact that sometimes the school is using the same measurements for all kids, all students to measure are they like is above average, smart, or something. Yeah. I'm not saying that the grading system is bad. I'm saying that as in some class or the way some teachers treat the students. Alright. So you gotta understand the one point of being a teacher is that you have to understand your class and your students. If you know that this class is like, if you know that this class have one like let's see a few students with good grades and the rest of them are just average, it's normal for those teachers to like try to push the other students to have good grades, like the minorities, something like that. But sorry. Alright. It's normal for those teachers to try to push the average student to be as good as the above average students, but sometimes the way that they chose to push the students up is not a really good way, because sometimes they put too much pressure on students and like the students just don't understand, because as I said, everyone has different learning speed and learning capabilities, so it's not like everyone has to like understand all of these things. Maybe some of them might not be suitable for the education system, but at least they try, because if they really actually didn't try, then why would they be here? And you're saying, maybe saying, oh, is their parents telling them to go to school or something like that. Because if people actually try, then I think everyone would at least survive in school. When I was a kid, I always wanted to get like good grades until I graduated like that. But as I grew up, I realized that good grades, like perfect grades, like 4.00 GPA all the time, is not that great. Grades aren't like the only thing in life. There are other accomplishments as well. There is someone that say there is a post back then in Twitter, something like that says something like, the people with perfect grades in school, when they grow up into adult, they can't function at all. But turns out the kids who had like average grades, like not that high, like maybe they're just almost failing, something like that, they grow to be like perfectly functional adults. It's pretty much a way to insult the kids with smart grades, that they're gonna grow up to be not do anything else because they're only good in the books but they're not good in life. It's pretty understandable, because most of the time these cases actually happens because there are many appearance and examples of when you're too smart, and then people just and then your life just becomes very obvious to people that you're smart. It's pretty rare to find people who knows how to manage your life great and is also very smart, because most of the time in society there are only two types of people: the one who is very academically smart but can't do shit, and people who is just average in school but is excellent in living their life, something like that. It has always been a stereotypical, like, yeah, because even though I was above average in elementary school, I was also above average in middle and high school, something like that. So some people also said to me that you're just only book smart, you're not life smart, you don't know how to live your life, like something like that. It makes sense, because it's pretty obvious. There are case studies, is all out there, but I wouldn't let those words just like bring me down, because everyone lives their life at a different ways and speed and pace, something like that. You don't have to be you have to blend with other people, you have to blend with staff, follow trends, as long as your preference, likes, dislike make does not trouble others, or it doesn't kill anybody, it's okay. Just it's okay to love your style. Like you might want to dress in a particular fashion, or you might want to talk something like that in a style that is not very popular to other people. It's okay, as long as you're not doing that just to be mean or do bad things to other people. Everyone can have preferences, something like that. Yeah, as long as it doesn't kill anybody. Yeah, it's pretty much up to the person who chooses their life. Yeah, I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that it's not okay to follow trends. I'm not saying that. It's like I'm saying you can follow trends, but also be yourself. Not just follow trends like 24 hours. 24 hours. What is that? Do not like you don't have to follow all trends 24/7. Something like that is not that healthy. I mean, you can discover your own style as well. It is the way to live your life. It's okay to try to cope with others' way to live their life and just like learn from them. But most of the time, please learn to create your own style, something like that. Don't don't just follow like everyone else's dream to the point where you forget your own, something like that. Yeah, and that is way off topic, so let's just get back to our topic today. So how should I say? Okay, so we talk about teachers, and then your English is excellent. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Welcome, Philip, to my stream today. Oh, I saw your fan art earlier today. Oh, that looks really good. Thank you. That looks really good. Yeah. A little spoiler. I'm going to use your fan art as the art in my schedule for next week, if that's okay to you. Yeah. But thank you for the fan art. It looks amazing. Yeah. Okay, back to our topic. So we have talked about the inequality in class, how some teachers treat students. Let's talk about teachers themselves. So when you're a teacher, you have to encounter tens and hundreds of students, and of course there are many types of students you can encounter. There are the biggest group is gonna be two. The one with great personalities, the one that are kind, they're always great in class, they never deserves any other people. And the second group that is bad personality wise, like that they're always noisy, they don't respect the teachers, they don't care about anything like that. The point is that there are teachers out there who is way too kind. I always felt bad whenever I see like a very kind teachers gets what's that word again? Gets taken advantage by those mean students who always disrupt the peace in class, something like that. And the teacher just don't know how to encounter those students because they are just too kind, something like that. But I'm not saying that the teachers need to like punish the student to the point extreme, because it's not okay, because I'm also against I'm against teacher harming students both physically and mentally. The best way to counter those students is just to like warn them, or just like take points away, something like that. That is always better to I mean, I don't really want to like interfere with the way teachers work with the students, something like that. But if I was a teacher and my students are being mean and disrespectful and are mistreating me, I wouldn't yell at them. I wouldn't hurt them physically, like hitting them with a stick, whatever those old teachers always does, something like that. I may complain, I may tell them that it's not okay, but if they don't care and they still do it again, I'll just take away points, the what is it, the behavior points, the word points, taking away until they have none left. Because that's what you get from mistreating your teachers. If I was a teacher, but I would never become a teacher in my life because I do not want to encounter tens and hundreds of kids because even because I don't even like one kid. How am I supposed to manage like hundreds of them? Yeah, that's just my way because it's just like sometimes some of these kids just don't care at all. So you just have to do something that will make them regret it later on. Yeah. But okay, back to my point. So we have teach. See you later. I'll do homework here. Okay, see you later. Good luck with your homework, Philip. Okay, I hope to see you again soon. Okay, so we are talking about kind teachers who often gets mistreated by their students. All right, and there is another type of teacher who seems to be fearless and just doesn't care whatever they're doing physically or mentally to their students. I had a teacher like this when I was in high school. I'm not gonna talk about much about details about this teacher in particular because it's affecting the third party and I don't want any lawsuits even though I'm not saying anything because apparently it's possible to get a lawsuit from someone even though you didn't mention their name. Yeah, that's how I know it. Yeah, it just came into my mind. Alright, so I had this teacher who really made me hate chemistry. Yeah, so you probably know she's a kid. Alright, okay. I had this teacher. She is a chemistry teacher back when I was in high school. She is I can say that she is smart and she knows a lot in her field. She knows about chemistry and she is very smart. An exceptional teacher as well. She knows her stuff. But the way she handles the student is not that great. Teachers can complain, can like yell at students most of the time, but the way she does this, really she handles her student is not the way that I like, and I always hated the fact that she handles her students like this because I don't know. I'm not sure the reason why she was such a reckless. Although she did tell me and my classmates a little backstory about her past a little bit, but I kind of get why she was like that. But then again, just because you have a short temper doesn't mean that you can take it out on your students. All right. Many times this teacher in particular, she makes me feel like I hate chemistry and I don't want to understand, I don't want to study, I don't want to learn chemistry at all because of this teacher. Yeah. It's a great thing that I only had class with her for like half or like for like 4 months because there was one semester, so it's a great thing I haven't seen her in ages because that was the worst time in my life. Is every time I remember back then, every time it was time for chemistry class, I always feel like my life is ending. I always waited for time to pass quickly because I do not want to handle the all the shit, all the thing that she might do in the next minutes, hours at best. I don't know. It's a great thing. But I must say, even though she can be a little reckless to the point where I don't like her that much, she really knows stuff in her field and she is exceptionally smart. She also knows a lot about many stuff too, and I quite respect her for that. But I only respect her for her intelligence, her sense of stuff, something like that. But the way she handles students, I don't really like that. But it's my personal choice because, as you know, I don't like loud people. I'm and this teacher in particular, she is quite loud and she likes to yell and shout at her students, and I don't like that because it's annoying, you know. I mean, most of the time it's not me doing bad stuff and she yells at me, because she yells at other people, and then because she yells loud, it just echoes throughout the whole room, and I heard it and I felt like, oh my god, why is this bitch talking about me again? But that is the past. That is the past. She is now the past. I don't have to admit her anymore, of course. Something like that. But yeah, that is the reason. There are us, but of course, there are kind teachers, there are mean teachers, there are reckless teachers, there are many types of teachers. So I don't really know what to say more about that. I mean, I should have make a list on what topic I want to talk about. I mean, this is already a topic, you know, my thoughts on school education system. But then again, yeah. Oh, I just thought of a topic. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with the with bullying in school, because whenever there's bullying, it's always in school. It's usually in school, and it always bothers and it's always funny to me how some kids or someone sees the way the other do their stuff. Maybe they're just a little weird, maybe it's a little strange, or it's just different, and they're just like, I don't like what you're doing, I'm gonna bully you. It's pretty messed up and bitchy to think about, you know? Like, okay, so I just want to do my own stuff, why are you picking on me, something like that. I mean, as it's probably I'm not sure if it's obvious, it's probably obvious, but when I was young and during elementary school, I was bullied a lot. I was bullied a lot because of my weak and fragile frame as well, and because of my intelligence, and because of my sexuality. If I'm pretty sure you guys probably know what my sexuality is, something like that. I have discovered myself since a young age, you know. And back then, the society hasn't been pretty much open with all this thing, and people still view us, our community, as weird. So of course, other kids picked on me, and I always enjoyed during elementary school. And then I always like, because my parents always taught me to be a kind-hearted person, always help others when they're in need, and like never fight back when someone bullies you. You just don't have to care, something like that. Turns out everything I always did it that way in elementary school, but everything changed when I'm in high school. So when I'm in high school, I always did the same way I did. When someone bullies me, I don't care. I try to ignore. But turns out there's this one group in particular, I'm not saying who they were, but they were seemed to be fond of picking over me. At first I ignored them, I tell them I don't like that, but they just don't stop, to the point where I like explode, like, oh, I don't like you guys, why are you doing this? I just like losing my mind or something like that. But then a realization hit me. No matter how kind you treat others, no matter how much you ignore those bullies, there are gonna be people who wouldn't stop, even though you don't care, even though you're kind to them. People would always take advantage of you. That is what I learned, and it goes to the point where I just literally don't take a mind anymore. It's not like back then when someone bullies me and I try to ignore them. It's not like that. It's like when someone talks about me, I just like, I don't care anymore. Like, it's not in my mind. Like that. But I'm not saying that you should bully other people so that they would stop caring on you. I'm not saying that. It is definitely not okay. But I'm saying is that if you are the one that's being bullied, you have to know that no matter what you do, whatever you do, just keep in mind that some people just wouldn't stop. If you ignore them, they wouldn't stop. Just simply stay away from them, or confront them. Tell a teacher. Even though sometimes telling a teacher when someone bullies you always makes the situation more worse. in some situation, something like that. But it's always better to have someone knows about your situation rather than having nothing, you know. But from my experience, I just have to learn this the hard way that no matter what you do, no matter how kind you treat the others, no matter how much you ignore the bullies, some of them just wouldn't stop. So I just grow out of the fact that I care about some of that. I just like I don't care anymore. You can just say whatever you want. I don't care. It's a great thing that it has been years and those group doesn't bother me anymore. It's a great thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that concludes our topic. Okay, above average, kind teachers, reckless teacher, and bullying. So is there anything else I wanna talk about school? A moment, please. All right. Uh, because today's topic is quite short, it is not that wide to be talked about. So I think I'm gonna end the live in like 10 minutes because it's gonna be like a full hour. So I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, I don't know what else to talk about because if I talk nonsense, then people wouldn't understand me, and they already don't understand me. So when I talk more nonsense, they just wouldn't understand anymore. You know, something like that. So I'm if there's nothing anymore, I'm just gonna end the stream in 10 minutes. All right. Oops, sorry. Yeah. That, that that's the reason why I do my full English live stream for just like once or twice a month because nobody gets the damn thing. Yeah, that's why I have to do it like so like far away from each other. Yeah. Ah shit. Oh god. Oh god. Something just bit in my arm. Something just bit in my arm. Help. Alright, I don't know. It was an ant, a bug, whatever that is. I don't know what it is, so it just spits at me. At least it's not venomous, is it? It's not venomous, is it? Help. Hmm. Alright, so you know what? Since okay, I'm gonna do a pollution check. Is there anyone watching my stream right now? If there is, please comment something in the chat, please, so that I know that you guys are still there. Please? Anyone? Hmm. Hmm. Alright. So I think there is absolutely no one with me right now because I I asked because I said that and no one responds. So there's no one watching the stream right now. So that is the time to end the stream. Yay! So that concludes my topic for today. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna do this again towards like the end of June, something like that. Once a month. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna talk or something. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about like next week. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah. So let's just end the stream. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream right now. Yeah, it's quite shorter than my other streams, but who cares? Yeah. Okay, so the stars are bright tonight, and see you all later. Okay, goodbye. I hope you all have a nice night. Yeah. XOXO. Mwah.